The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
The New York Times is reporting that President Trump has removed Anthony Scaramucci.
President Trump has removed Anthony Scaramucci as his communications director.
It was one of the first decisions of the new chief of staff, General Kelly.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Welcome to Phil's Gang. Coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Scaramucci is no more mooching. He's out. The hothead punk is out. He's gone. Thank God for that. Oh, that's great. You know, Trump, the one thing I love about Trump, he doesn't act like a politician. He doesn't ask everybody. He makes decisions. Just like a corporation. You just make them. Get it done. He knows what's best. He's been there 6 months. He knows that his staff needs to be adjusted. Just make it. When you're a political president, your whole life has been politics, take a year to do something like that. So he decided he wants to fix it. After his first 6 months, and he knows that the health care bill failed, and it should have never failed, because that health care bill is so important to this country. Because remember, it's Obamacare that's dragging this country down. It's Obamacare that's causing so many part-time jobs. Obamacare is killing our economy. It's killing the middle class. These premiums are a disaster. And, I had to laugh over the weekend watching the Sunday shows. And the Democrats' new narrative, they put it right out there. You've heard it. Better skills, better jobs, better wages. Pelosi, her big plan.
Democrats put out a new agenda this week called a better deal. You call for higher wages, lower prescription drug costs, as you just said, job training, infrastructure. None of it is new. We've been hearing it for years. We heard it from the Democrats and Hillary Clinton in 2016, and you lost.
No, well, we're going to hear it with more clarity.
More clarity? What are you, nuts? What hypocrites? Better skills, better jobs, better wages is as hypocritical as the Democratic Party, who is supposed to be for labor and support the idea of if you work hard and play by the rules, you could own a home, afford a car, put kids through college, and take a modest vacation every year while putting enough away and your money away for your retirement and your pension fund. Remember, that's what's a big deal about the Democrats. That's what they said they were for. Bunch of hypocrites. Hypocrites. They didn't do that. Are you kidding? They also announced a crackdown on the power of the very people who they gave it to. The large corporations, the elitists, the rich, the establishment. It was they who gave them the power. Are you kidding? To keep wages down so they could make more money. Because the biggest cost, as we all know, is wages. Whether you're a small company or a large corporation, if you keep those wages down, you make more profits. And these owners of these these public companies, the CEOs, they can walk right in. They're lobbyists. They get paid off. They'll just pay the congressman to walk home, go home at night. The lobbyists will walk in, make up the policies, craft the legislation to make sure that labor cost is down. Are you kidding? So the idea of better skills, better jobs, better wages, that's a bunch of nonsense. They've never been for better skills, better jobs, better wages. They've been for more free stuff. Free stuff. Give people free stuff. As long as we keep giving them free stuff and we grow government big, real big. Have more welfare. People will vote for us. Oh, they're going to change that now? Give me a break. And they're cracking down on the power of the very people they gave it to, the very wealthy, the large corporations. This is nuts. The monopolies. Oh, they're going to crack down. I love this. They're going to crack down on the power they gave the banking and the healthcare companies. What are you, nuts? It was Obama who said to the healthcare company, we'll give you subsidies, man. Charge a person who has cancer the same price as you charge an 18-year-old kid who's playing basketball at his high school. And we'll make sure the taxpayer gets screwed and he picks up the difference for you. Are you kidding? They took care of the monopolies. They took care of the banking. You think they're going to take the power away from the banking? What are they going to do? Claw back TARP? I don't think so. Healthcare? Oh my God. The healthcare companies own our congressman. You know, when you're a representative, remember, every 2 years you have to run again. You're constantly out there begging for money from the monopolies, from the large corporations. You're selling, you got a sign outside your door. See, I think they should have to have at least a 4-year term, maybe even longer. I mean, the problem is when you give a congressman, and he's well-intended, he goes to Washington, and he knows after he's there 1 year, 12 months, he's got to start all over again. He's got to start all over again, campaigning, raising money. That's all they do is that's it. That's why they don't get anything done. That's so stupid. Every 2 years? What are you, nuts? Agriculture. Oh, I'd like to see them take the power away from agriculture. Defense, yeah, Boeing, Lockheed, they're going to take the power away from them too. Telecom, big oil. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. This is nuts. They've allowed these large monopolies to write the legislation that was in their favor, not in the favor of labor, even though they lied to labor and say, we are your warrior. We're the warrior of the middle class. Remember all that? We're the warrior for the middle class. What are you, nuts? They've never been the warrior for the middle class. Remember when Obama used to say that all the time? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Want a good example? How about H-1B visa program? Yeah, the lobbyists wrote that program. They wrote the legislation that was in their favor, not labor. Do you think the H-1B visa program was in labor's favor? It was in the favor of large corporations. They fired the high-paying American tech worker and replaced them with a low-wage worker.
I'm a warrior for the middle class.
What a lie. What a lie. Bush was never for the middle class either. Baby Bush. So, why are we going to be so lucky to think now they're really the warriors for the middle class, who is shrinking, by the way? Shrinking. You really believe they're going to change their ways? And you think if it's hard to take something away in the health care bill from somebody, can you imagine trying to take the power away from a CEO? What are you, nuts? This is crazy. It was the Democrats like Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi and Reid who took the big campaign contributions from lobbyists. They were the worst. They were the worst. They took huge campaign contributions. They had big signs outside their office for sale. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We'll be right back after this break. What a bunch of phonies.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time, real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Did you know the stock market is up over 250% in the past 8 years? And some financial experts say we're only in the 8th year of a 20-year bull market. But what if the market takes a downturn? What will happen to your 401k? What will happen to your retirement nest egg? You remember 2008-2009 when your 401k dropped big time. Americans lost over $2.4 trillion, or over 25% of their investments. At philsgang.com, we teach you to keep your investments and to secure your financial future. With philsgang.com, you'll learn how to understand to invest in the stock market and how to keep the profits you work so hard for. Avoid the financial pain. Don't be exposed to losing your retirement nest egg. Take control and secure your investments with philsgang.com. Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Did you know the stock market is up over 250% in the past 8 years? And some financial experts say we're only in the 8th year of a 20-year bull market. But what if the market takes a downturn? What will happen to your 401k? What will happen to your retirement nest egg? You remember 2008-2009 when your 401k dropped big time. Americans lost over $2.4 trillion, or over 25% of their investments. At philsgang.com, we teach you to keep your investments and to secure your financial future. With philsgang.com, you'll learn how to understand to invest in the stock market and how to keep the profits you work so hard for. Avoid the financial pain. Don't be exposed to losing your retirement nest egg. Take control and secure your investments with philsgang.com. Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
In 2009 and 2010, when Obamacare was working its way through Congress, AHIP, the American Health Insurance Plans, spent over $100 million lobbying Congress for that bill. Why? Because it forced all Americans to the individual mandate and employer mandate to buy insurance. So while lots of people have been crushed by Obamacare, the insurance industry has blossomed. They've done extremely well with it.
Absolutely. They've done terrific with it. And they're still doing terrific with it, because they get subsidized. I mean, what a dumb deal that was. That was such a bad deal. But let's go make some money together.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
That's right. Get my stock charts. Just go to philsgang.com. You can get the MV2 color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell. It's such an easy system. Anybody can do it. Your kids can do it. It's never wrong. It tells you when to buy, when to sell. It gives you that point on a chart where it identifies the institutions are coming in. And remember, institutions are like cattle. They all come together. They all work together, and they buy. And as I always say, it's easy because the stock market goes up over 72%, 77% of the time anyways. What the hard part is, when do I get out? And the hard part is when you're making money and then you fall in love with the stock and then you don't get out. That's why so many people lose money in the market, because they don't get out when they're supposed to. That's the biggest problem with the stock market. Just like the FANG stocks. Think about the FANG stocks. They're getting hammered again. If you remember, I told you when they financially engineered the FANG stocks on June 19th, about an hour before the market closed, to take all the money, all the institutions got out of those bank stocks, and they pushed money out of the FANG stocks and pushed money into the bank stocks. I said it won't happen. It won't last. It's not going to last. And now what's happening is then the bank stocks now, okay, the FANG stocks now again they had a reprieve after they dropped big time, okay. Give you an example. I'll give you one. Take like Facebook. Okay, let's take Facebook. So Facebook dropped, oh my gosh, Facebook dropped about 8%, 7%, and then that was back in, if you remember, back in June, they hit Facebook, and now, and they said, let's get all the money out of Facebook, and let's put that money in the banks, force them to go by the banks. We need the banks to rally the stock market, which is true. You can't have Facebook and you can't have Netflix and Google. They can't lead the charge. They never led the charge. You can't sustain a big rally with the FANG stocks. A rally to be sustained, to hold on, has to be led by the banks. So what's happened is now they're we've been reversing back and forth every week. First it's the FANG stocks they're leaving. Then it's the bank stocks. They've been artificially rigging the market to go back and forth. If you know what you're doing, you could make some real money. For example, take Facebook. Let's bring it back. If you look at Facebook, and if you started to buy Facebook right around here, I'll give it to you right here. If you started to buy Facebook, let's say on July 17th, it was like $158, and then it ran to $175. Okay, by July 27th, 10 days later. That's a 10% gain. I mean, with the color-coded chart, it told you when they started to pull all the money out of these stocks and put them into the bank stocks, then all of a sudden they reversed the order. They took all the money out of the bank stocks and pushed these stocks up. See, that's what money does. Money is in the market, and they just move it around. There's 11 sectors in the stock market. Money never leaves the market. They just move it around. It rotates. It just keeps rotating. So with the color-coded chart that I have, it identifies the rotation, identifies the color, and the key is Now, when this is going, when it's going from 159 up to 175, it'll tell you when to get out. It tells you when to get out. See, that's what's important, so you don't give it back. And that's the beautiful thing about charting. You're not involved with the fundamentals. Here's another good one. Ralph Lauren, one of our favorites. Ralph Lauren. Nobody wanted Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren dropped like a flying crowbar. It dropped 21%. 21% starting in May. 21%. And then all of a sudden she started to turn green. And now she's up a beautiful 10%. But that's not important. You're up 10%. Anybody could get up 10%. That's not hard. Just follow the momentum. The hard part is, when will you get out of Facebook before it starts to collapse again? Do you think your broker's going to tell you? You think your planner, the guy that's running your 401k, you think he's going to tell you when to get out of Ralph Lauren before it falls apart? Or out of any of your exchange-traded funds like bullion? No, he's not going to tell you. Or oil? They're not going to tell you that. Oil, we're up 19%. The exchange-traded fund oil, OIL. Okay? Beautiful. Okay? Now, the thing is that oil's been on fire. Everybody's jumping back into oil. And remember, we were the first ones, okay, who said oil, okay, I'm sorry. We were the first ones who said buy oil, that we felt oil, there was going to be a big move. There was going to be a big move in oil. And after it collapsed. And so she started to collapse from about $5.61. This is the exchange traded fund. She dropped down to about $4.40. And I said, at about a 21% drop. And when oil drops about 20% to 25%, most of the time it'll go back up and recapture that. So we were waiting and waiting, and finally it turned green, and now it's up. Now it's up over 19%. It's up over 19%. Now, I'm not saying every gang member made 19% on it, but every gang member who had my chart had the opportunity to make the 19%. And you don't have to worry about making the whole 19%. Just take a piece of it. Just try to make 5%, 10%. If you could just make 5% a month, just 5% a month, that's not hard. So 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG, check it out. Join the gang, get your chart. You'll love it. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Are you an investor or considering investing in the stock market? At philsgang.com, we offer a multitude of comprehensive stock investing services and professional support to our members. With philsgang.com, you get professional guidance on basic and advanced technical stock analysis. And just like the pros, you will gain the knowledge to recognize stock buy and sell patterns. Unlike other services available, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team host daily interactive live streaming investing webinar classes and programs. You get Phil's Gang timely notifications on your phone or mobile device. And all Phil's Gang material is archived so you will never miss a beat. Plus, philsgang.com offers the best real-time stock charts for day traders and long-term investors. With clear charts, in-depth reports, and Phil's recommendations, philsgang.com makes it easy to learn and monitor your portfolio anytime from anywhere. If you're passionate about securing your financial future, check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. What are people saying?
I've been in the financial business myself about 24 years. Very much enjoy the software program for the charts.
I love the new MV charts on Phil's software, and I'm making profits using them.
Complete guidance and professional education for investors who want to succeed in the stock market.
I love your new MV1, making lots of profits.
I love the chart. You know, I'm limited with time. Real good as far as just looking at whatever ticker tells me right away.
I've always enjoyed Phil's straightforwardness and talk about what's really going on.
The new MV1 and MV2 charting software. I particularly like the pre- and post-market candlesticks.
You guys have always been great on the service side. I can't say enough about the service side.
Don't wait. Sign up for Phil's Gang today. Give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of Phil's Gang. I got a great opportunity for those people who are disgusted with the market, who don't have time to learn. What you do is follow me in the exchange-traded fund that I'm invested in. Every day you go to my site and you can see exactly what I am doing with my investment, and you can mimic me. Nobody else dares do that. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Phil's Gang and Choice Trade are separate and unrelated companies. Choice Trade does not provide any investment advice or recommend or endorse any particular security or investment strategy. At philsgang.com, we're always striving to understand our members' needs. And for over 18 years, philsgang.com has met the goals to educate and inform investors how to make the most of your money and your choices. That's why Phil Grandy and philsgang.com has teamed up with Choice Trade, a leading online broker for stocks and options. Choice Trade has received 4 stars 6 times from Barron's in their annual survey of online brokers. Phil Grandy at philsgang.com recommends Choice Trade as your online broker. For more information on Phil's Gang and opening an account with Choice Trade, go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, Scaramucci. Scaramucci. He's scary, all right. He's out. He's gone. Look, Trump has got to start thinking, and he's going to do this. He's going to clean everything up, get rid of all these phonies he's got around. I hope he starts getting rid of Goldman Sachs that he has around him. And he'll have to. He will, because he'll know they're lying to him. And the Carlyle Group, that's the worst thing he ever did, put those two around him. But he'll clean it up. He'll get it right. He knows what he's doing. And you got to get rid of Goldman Sachs. You got to get rid of those people. Because whatever they do is not to benefit Main Street. Remember, it's always the small business. It's the small business that's behind this country. It's always the small business. That's what you have to depend on. That's the like the middle class. I mean that's what grows the country. Trump Trump understands a strong middle class isn't just good for the middle class. It's good for the poor because they have an opportunity to do better instead of living on government handouts. They can look up to the middle class, see how they're doing, and they're doing well. They want to be part of it to inspire them. Unfortunately, the poor, they get into a mindset because big government wants them to stay poor. Big government disincentivizes work. They want to give them free stuff. See, Trump understands a strong middle class is good for the wealthy as well. And by the way, the wealthy, they get the biggest benefits when the overall economy is healthy due to who? The middle class worker. It's the engine. The middle class is the critical component, is the workforce. And they've been getting screwed under Bush and under Obama. They're the all-important consumer. It's the great American entrepreneur, the investor. It's the middle class. That's who it is. They're the one who's given us a vital economy. They're vital to our national success. They're just not Jamie Dimon of J.P. Morgan or Goldman Sachs, Lloyd Blankman. They're not the ones who create this economy. Are you kidding? It's the middle class. See, for America to be great again, Trump's got to start get like he's doing, get rid of all these people in the White House, get back down to work, and start making sure the middle class it gets built up again, because the middle class is important. See, business need middle class customers. If you ask any business owner what motivates them to make investments to create jobs, they will tell you it's the customer, the middle class customer. The majority of customers of any business is middle class. The economy depends totally on the skills of the middle class, not the wealthy, not the rich. Are you kidding? You think the head of GE, we depend on him? No. If you look to what's been the root of all our economic growth going back years and years, it's been the growth in work productivity, middle class. All our innovators, our inventors, our entrepreneurs come not from the elitists, they come from the middle class. Not from the poor, but from the middle class. See, middle class, those individuals have the capacity, the tenacity to come up with innovation, with innovative ideas, new ideas, to invest in them, to develop them, to foster them. Never tell a middle-class entrepreneur he can't do something. Don't ever say you can't do something. Oh, no, that's impossible. That's not in their vocabulary. That's not in their vocabulary. The rich isn't like that. The poor is not like that. See, the middle class has a different mindset than the poor, because the poor relies on handouts from the government, and being poor becomes a mindset. The middle class has a winner mind. They'll take risk. How many people do you know that has taken the risk to lead the security of their job, a steady paycheck, a steady pension, a steady everything? You can depend on. You're going to get a vacation. You're going to get your 401k. How many people do you know that have said, "I'm going to give all that up and I am going to take a risk"? Who is that? The poor? No. The very, very wealthy? No, he inherited his money. He's not going to take a risk. It's the middle class. See, they create the stability, the investment in the economy that we need. They have the biggest stake in seeing the U.S. economy succeeds, not the rich, not the poor. Trump's got to work on the middle class, support them, get them jobs. I mean, give them access to money, rather. Give them access to money. The Dodd-Frank bill killed them. The Dodd-Frank bill, Obama wanted to make sure the middle class, the entrepreneur, the small business got killed. And the Dodd-Frank bill was the way to kill them, to take away their access to money, which was small community banks. So he went after the small community banks, shut them down, or they had to merge. That way the middle class, the worker, the entrepreneur couldn't succeed. What a terrible thing. That's crazy. But Trump knows this. And he's got to get back to thinking about this and working on it. So you really think we're going to be so lucky that we're going to rely on the Democrats' better skills, better jobs, better wages? What are you, nuts?
We have the highest stock market in history. We have GDP on Friday. 2.6 is a number that nobody thought they'd see for a long period of time.
He's got to stop that. He's got to stop that. See, here he is. He's listened to his Goldman Sachs boys. He listened to the Carlyle boys. He's starting to talk about the stock market again. He's starting to take ownership to the stock market. He's getting such bad advice. That's the last thing he wants to take ownership to is the stock market. And he's going to regret it. He's talking about how the unemployment rate, did you hear him? The lowest unemployment rate. Wait a minute. Our unemployment rate, what, 4.6%? When it was 5.5% just, 7 months ago, he said it was phony. It was the unemployment was 21%, remember?
You know, it's a phony statistic when they say 5.4%. Right. It's a phony reporting system. The 5% figure is one of the biggest hoaxes. And our real unemployment is anywhere from 18 to 20%. Don't believe the 5.6.
But now he's saying when it dropped to 4.4% because he's president, now it's true. It's not phony. They're getting inside his head. He's got to fire these Wall Street guys as fast as he can. Now, for you and me, here's what we do know. The stock market is going to be terrific because he's competitive. And when he finds out, because he's been listening to the boys, the Goldman Sachs boys, the Carlyle group, he's going to know he screwed up. So he's a competitive guy. So he's going to, and he knows that most people, 99.9% of people, look at the stock market as a measure of the economy, how good the economy is doing. And he is competitive. He's going to make sure that he runs this stock market like it was never run before. You think the QE was big. Wait till he gets a hold of QE. This market will really take off. Now, you know me. When it comes to the market, I'm always negative. But I am telling you right now, you think this market in the last 8 years did something? What do you see when Trump is done? Because he started to figure it out. See, he now knows that Obamacare, okay, it went down. And he knows why. Because both the establishment Republicans and the establishment Republicans want him to fail. So he's going to outsmart him. You watch. That's why you've got to get involved with this stock market. We'll be right back after this break. 43 past the hour here on Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Even the experienced traders and investors need to keep learning to stay ahead. philsgang.com provides educational information about Phil's Gang products and services in many different ways. Daily live webinars hosted by Phil Grandy and technical charting experts help you understand and keep up with today's lively markets. Short videos, investing programs, and up-to-the-minute market alerts help you get up to speed with the market using Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charting software. We teach you an investing foundation that you seek to take the first steps towards achieving your personal financial goals. Visit philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, that's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Did you know the stock market is up over 250% in the past 8 years? And some financial experts say we're only in the 8th year of a 20-year bull market. But what if the market takes a downturn? What will happen to your 401k? What will happen to your retirement nest egg? You remember 2008-2009 when your 401k dropped big time. Americans lost over $2.4 trillion, or over 25% of their investments. At philsgang.com, we teach you to keep your investments and to secure your financial future. With philsgang.com, you'll learn how to understand to invest in the stock market and how to keep the profits you work so hard for. Avoid the financial pain. Don't be exposed to losing your retirement nest egg. Take control and secure your investments with philsgang.com. Don't hesitate. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Again, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, I talk about charts all the time because it tells you when the money's going in and money's going out. Here's a great example why you want to learn how to read a chart. Listen to this. This was in March.
We've got a biggie today. Today's top corporate story, Snap pricing its IPO, $17 a share.
So I think this one is going higher.
$24. Snapchat opens at $24. But look, it's good news. It'll help revive the IPO market.
Yeah, and it went from $24 to nearly $30. It stayed red, telling you the institutions weren't buying it. Now it's collapsed. It's collapsed. It's down by about 50%. In fact, if you look, and if you were following this on my chart, you would have seen starting on June 9th, it's down now about 14%. This thing's been doing nothing but going down. That's why you want to use the chart to follow the money. When it's green, it's telling you money's going in. When it's red, it's telling you get out. Look, on June 9th, it would have told you to get out with what little profits you had. There's a little, in May, there was a little bump, but it would have told you to get out. But here's the other thing. You can make money as it's going down. So charting is a good thing. Now look, you can take it as far as you want. If you just want to follow me on the stocks that I'm engaged in, that's what you do. Join the gang for $39.95. The first couple of weeks, you don't have to buy any charts. Just follow me for a couple of weeks. Then buy your chart if you want. Okay, and you will. You want the charts because you're going to need them. Okay, and then you can come in my classroom. You get all the alerts all day long. Everything is archived for $39.95. Nobody gives you the service we give you or the amount of education. But for those people who say, I don't have time to utilize that, can I just follow your stocks? Yes. I have about 5 to 7 stocks that I'm engaged in, and at the end of the night here, I do a video, and you do exactly what I do. So if you're busy, at night after supper, you go in, look, see what I did, just do exactly what I'm doing. When I say add to your position, you add. When I say let's not add, you don't add. When I say get out, we get out. And I tell you, run like hell, you run like hell. Nobody offers that in this industry. Nobody. Okay, I want to get back to, and here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Call now. They'll take your call or go to my site, philsgang.com, and sign up for Phil's Gang. Okay? And remember, if you do well, please remember St. Jude. Okay. You know what's really interesting? Trump has got to get going here again, and he will. And this better skills, better jobs, better way, all a bunch of baloney. It's not going to work. Because let me tell you, what's really killed this country is antitrust laws. The very wealthy, the monopolies, that's what kept wages down. Do you understand that? The very, very wealthy monopolies, the big companies, the antitrust laws, the lobbyists made sure that these antitrust laws wouldn't crush companies, but would crush competitors, so that no longer would a build jobs be able, or Larry Ellison move out of the garage into the free market and get financed. The antitrust laws are now written to kill the new today Steve Jobs or Larry Ellison. The antitrust laws used to be to crush big corporations. Today it's used to crush the small guy, to crush competition. And Trump's got to get rid of those antitrust laws. That's what kills your wages. Both the Republicans and Democrats are responsible for interfering with the antitrust laws of this nation. Both parties. So to eliminate competition for these large corporations. And now as a result, we have 4 major airlines. We have 2 major corporations in the bear market. That's all. 2 companies in the bear market. Only 18% of households can actually choose between different high-speed internet providers. What are you, nuts? The antitrust laws have been written by these lobbyists, by the big companies. Again, they're going to crush small business. They want to crush the small entrepreneur. They're afraid of them. Baby Bush. Remember the Baby Bush administration? They really increased the range and the power of antitrust laws. So to really favor the Bush family, to favor the Carlyle Group. Remember, Bush family's involved with 122 of Carlyle's companies. They're all involved with arms. So when they did the antitrust laws, they would favor those companies and made sure if a young entrepreneur was coming up that could compete in the arms business, no, wouldn't happen. Crush them. Bush made sure they crushed them so the family fortune would stay intact. This is crazy. The Frank Dodd Law was designed to put community banks out of business so entrepreneurs couldn't make money. They couldn't get funding. And remember, the lack of job and wage creation comes from that. You have 2 factors. The lack of reinvesting the corporate profits into in other words, if you don't get a wage increase and you can't get a good job with good benefits, it's because of the lack of reinvesting corporate profits into capital investment. Instead, they're using stock buybacks. Also, lobbyists for the large corporations are allowed by Congress to write the antitrust laws to eliminate competition, to hurt the very people they are written for, the shrinking middle class. So the middle class is shrinking. Bush started that, then Obama. Income inequality was because of Bush and Obama killing the middle class, killing their jobs with antitrust laws. Antitrust laws, they used to go after the big guys. No more. They go after the little guys. Are you kidding? Now, the demise of the Republican Party, their effort to repeal the Affordable Care Act. You know what that's going to cause? It's going to cause our government to expand even more. So we have the shrinking middle class. We have a rise in income inequality caused by both Bush and Obama administration, and we got to get on top of it. It was all caused, too, by quantitative easing and these low rates. The American middle class is shrinking and is now, think of it, just under half of the population. More members of the middle class have moved down the income ladder, not up. The share of adults living in the middle income households have fallen from 61% to 47%. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. It's not the rich that lead the way. The rich don't create growth. The rich doesn't create prosperity. It's you, the middle class. So Trump has got to get going. Work with the middle class. Make sure laws are passed that benefit the middle class. He understands it. But in the meantime, I can't change it. You can't change it. What I can do is change your life as far as the stock market. I can give you a tool where you don't have to take all day and you don't have to take all night figuring out stocks. You simply put it up. If it's green, you buy. If it's red, you don't. To make it even simpler, at night, after today's show, you go to your site, go to philsgang.com, pull it open, go to the video, the stocks that I'm engaged in, and just follow me on the specific stocks I'm engaged in. What is wrong with that? It is easy. And it's all archived. So if you say, I'm busy, I don't have time for this. And I hear that all the time. I go, what do you mean you don't have time? You don't have time. How many times have you sat down and looked at a basketball game or a football game? You don't have 1 minute to put on your computer and look and say, okay, what did Phil say to do with Ralph Lauren? To add to our position or to take profits? 2 minutes. You don't have time for that? Well, let me tell you, when you're ready to retire, you're going to say, boy, I wish I did that. I wish I followed Phil. Boy, that football game wasn't so important. That movie wasn't so important. Now I'm 65 years of age and I got 20 grand for my retirement. That's it. So join my gang. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, or go to my website, philsgang.com. And let me tell you, Trump is going to clean this mess up he's got going. I can sense it. He's taking charge. And the next thing he's going to do, he's got to take charge of the middle class, because it's the middle class. That's where the great American entrepreneurs and the inventors, that's where they come from. They're so important to our success. And they've been just dumped on for the last, 16 years. Okay, we'll see you on the charts. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. They're waiting for your call now, or go to my site, philsgang.com. We'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.